Hi everyone, so I am going to be reading this book, which is like the second book of the Three Body Problem. I am very proud to say that I have read like 300 pages of this book, in a short span of time. In a short span of time, can you say that? I don't know. Come on, I've got my coffee, iced latte, and then it's actually just a little bit at the bottom of the glass because I have drank the entirety of it before I started recording it because I needed the energy. And then like I will be reading 50 pages of this, so no, it would be like 350, not 50 pages of it from this moment onward, but like from the moment I started reading it this morning. Okay, so I'll be reading it till the 350 pages of this book, and then I'll have to go and pray, and then after that I'll have to like do a workout for 1 hour. And that's like those are just like everyday things. If I don't do those, I feel like I didn't live that day. So it has become a part of an ingrained part of my routine that my day does not have any meaning if there's like not those things inside of it. So I have to actually put them there, you know? Okay. Let's start reading, man. I'm yapping for no reason. Okay, so let's begin. No doubt what interested you was the fruit of Dr. Cosmos' research. How those results first came to your attention, I am not clear on that at this moment. But you had a background in engineering and you had the successful experience of your socialism loving predecessor. Why do I not have the, like, I don't know. I can't read that. Predecessor. Okay, why is it so hard for me to pronounce it? I don't know. Dude, I'm like, I'm a native speaker, but I can't do this. I'm not actually like, not native. I have like, I grew up with another language than English, but it's okay. I have spent so much time with it that I can call myself a native, man. I've been living with it. Okay, so everything that I do on a daily basis is actually based on this language. So I don't even know if I can not call myself native, because I am. Who had equal enthusiasm for a nation ruled by engineers. This was a major reason why you became his successor. So you ought to have had the capability and sensitivity to notice the potential significance of Cosmos research. Once the trisolar crisis began, Dr. Cosmos' research team worked on studying the atmosphere of the trisolaran stellar system. They speculated that the atmosphere had been produced by a former planet that had collided with a star. As it collided, it broke apart the outer layers. It's a photosphere and troposphere, causing the stellar matter inside to be ejected into space and form a surrounding atmosphere. Due to the total irregularity of the system's motion, there are times when the stars pass each other quite closely, and at those times one star's atmosphere is dispersed by the gravity of the other star, only to be replenished by eruptions on the stellar surface. These aren't constant eruptions, more like volcanoes that experience sudden outbreaks. This is the reason for the continual contraction and expansion of the star's atmosphere. To prove this hypothesis, Cosmo searched the universe to find another star with an atmosphere that was ejected following a collision with a planet. In the third year of the crisis era, he succeeded. Dr. Cosmos' team discovered planetary system 275 E1, about 84 light years from the solar system. Hubble 2 had not gone into operation at that time. So they used the wobble method. By observing and calculating the wobble frequency in light mask, they learned that the planet was quite okay. I have a bit of a like I had a bit of a flu. Um, I've been dealing with it, so like my voice is a little bit off. Not a little bit entirely off, okay? But deal with it, man. If you want to hear me out, hear me out. Don't complain about my voice. I'm not complaining, you shouldn't be either. So let's continue on. At first, this discovery did not. Okay, where was I? Yeah, they learned that the planet was quite close to its parent star. At first, this discovery did not attract too much attention because the astronomy community had by then discovered more than 200 planetary systems. But further observations revealed a shocking fact. The distance between planet and star was continually shrinking, and the state of shrinkage was accelerating. This meant that humanity would, for the first time, observe a planet falling into a star. I'm sorry, I had to like cough a little bit because my voice is so freaking trapped. It's like I have to like open it up. It feels weird. 1 year later, or rather 84 years prior to observation, it happened. Observational conditions at the time meant that the collision could only be determined based on the gravitational wobble and the periodic light mask. But then something wondrous happened. A spiral of matter appeared around the star, and this spiral flow continued to expand. It looked like a mainspring slowly unwinding with the star at its center, as its center. Cosmo and his colleagues realized that the material flow had been ejected from the planet's crash point. The chunk of rock had crashed through the shell of that distant sun and ejected its stellar matter into space, where, due to the star's own rotation, it formed a spiral. There were several key pieces of data here, sir. The star is a yellow G2 class with an absolute magnitude of 4.3 and a diameter of 1.2 million kilometers. I'm sorry, I'm like quite bad at handling my voice right now. Okay. I'm just trying to release the tension here by coughing. Quite similar to our sun, the planet was about 4% of the mass of Earth, or a little smaller than Mercury, and the spiral cloud of material produced from the collision had a radius of up to 3 AU, more than the distance between our sun and the asteroid belt. And it was in this discovery that I found the crack with which to break open your real strategic plan. Now, as your wall breaker, I will explain your grand strategy. Supposing that you are ultimately able to obtain those million or more stellar hydrogen bombs, you will, as you promised the PDC, stockpile them all on Mercury. Mercury. If the bombs are detonated in the rock of Mercury, they'll be like a turbo engine decelerating the planet. Eventually, its speed will no longer be able to keep it in low orbit and it will fall into the sun. Next, what happened on 275 E1, 84 light years away, it is reenacted here. Mercury punctures the sun's convective shell and ejects a huge amount of stellar matter from its radiation layer into space at high speed, which, as the sun rotates, forms a spiral atmosphere similar to that in whatever. The sun differs from the trisolaran system in that as a lone star, it will never cross paths with another star, and therefore its atmosphere will continue to increase uninhibited until it becomes even thicker than the atmosphere of those stars. This was also confirmed by observations of 275 E1 when the spiral flow of ejected matter expands outward from the sun like an unwound how do you say it, dude? I'll have to like open up my Wi-Fi and then translate this.
Unwound. Unwound.
Unwound. Oh my god, why do I have to actually look it up? It's so obvious. It's shameful. Shame. Such a shame. Frick. I don't even know what I'm good for then. Like I can't do this, then it feels weird. Okay. Its thickness eventually passes Mars's orbit, at which point a magnificent chain reaction begins. First, three terrestrial planets, Venus, Earth, and Mars, pass through the sun's spiraling atmosphere, losing speed due to the atmospheric friction and turning into three giant meteors that eventually crash into the sun. But well before this happens, the Earth is... Oh my god, what happened? What the frick just happened? Oh, I'm like so freaking grateful that I know the exact page I was on. So we're good. We're gonna continue on later.